Hey, YouTube. Y'all here? Dun 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 dun. Ding 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 ding. Dun 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 dun. Theme for the Twilight Zone. Circular 1950 whatever. Hey, Princess A. First. Little purple hearts. Can y'all believe this stuff? All right. So last night, people start saying that this young lady was dead. I come on here running my mouth about this situation with the online bullying and all that. Now they're saying that the woman might not even be dead. They can't find her body. As I don't know about how safe it is to even get involved with these YouTube people. I was convinced this woman had passed away, had taken her own life. And now the people are saying that no, she's actually posted on her Facebook page. It is her posting. So what is it, people? Make up your mind. Are we playing games again? Is this going to be like the whole Mona Simone thing? That person not even in the sector, so I don't see any big story in there. But it's just a thing. Why are these people playing in your face? So if she is passed away, God bless her. We are praying for you in your crossover. If it's fake, that's something else. Then, just moments ago, I looked into this. I was watching Miss Tracy. Y'all know I watch Miss Tracy. Don't get mad. Don't send me no hate mail. I was watching her live. This happened a couple of days ago, right? And Sir King is on the chat. He's sticking with the chat, kind of laying low, not talking too much. But they're talking about Sean Bradley in the chat, right? It is Tracy, another woman, and Sir King. And so they're talking about John Bradley. And so now I said, okay. So now I'm finding out, or at least this is what the story is, that Sean Bradley is saying that he is Sir King. I said, wait a minute. Hold on. They're sitting here chopping his boy up. He is able to play the role like he is along. He's with them. Right. So then I started thinking, I said, wait a minute. Now, when I interviewed with Sean Bradley, first time I ever done something like that, he interrupted the interview to say, Sir King, I see you in there. Get the fuck out of my chat. Or something to that effect. Now I'm saying, wait a minute. So he was talking to himself. He was in the chat and then hollering to the person. So I tried to go in there and see if I could see this guy, Sir King, in the chat. Was it actually a person there? And then, hey, people. I'm just trying to figure it out, baby. I'm not coming to no conclusions. I don't trust people who you think you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to. We still don't really know. We just know Sean Bradley is taking responsibility for this guy, Sir King. Now, y'all been talking about Sir King for a few days. I even made a video saying, well, what difference does it make who he is? Maybe he just wants to hide his identity, right? Not realizing I'm talking about Sean Bradley, who is just laying low in the chats and talking with his enemies. Like him and Tracy are like friendly. And she really likes Sir King. Oh, what do you think, Sir King? I think it's wrong that I'm talking to you that way. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Back and forth, right? At the same time that they're chopping him up. So you guys call it. They want to play games? Listen, in the immortal words of Cookie Tookie, quit playing in my face. Playing in our face. Hey, people. Hey, Unc. Hey, niece. Almond Brown. What do you guys think about all these shenanigans? Now, y'all think this is Sean Bradley? Okay, we're going to do this 1 and 2 thing. How many people think, in this chat right now, how many of you think that Sir King is actually Sean Bradley? Sean Bradley is claiming that is him. He's been in all these chats. He's been in all these conversations. He's saying that that's him. Please put a 1. Please cooperate and participate, people. Put a 1 if you believe that Sir King is actually Sean Bradley. Option number 2. Sean Bradley is trying to get the heat off somebody else? Do you believe that it is not Sean Bradley, but someone Sean Bradley knows? I ain't say no names. I'm just saying, is he taking the heat off somebody else? That would be a number two. So I'm gonna sit here like this. Don't say anything to y'all cooperate. One or two people. Okay, let me see. All right. Zero. What are you doing, Maya? Okay, one. Y'all believe that it is Sean Bradley. He is telling the truth this time. Okay. Somebody with a whole lot of twos. China Doll said two. Now, who are coming up with y'all got 3 and 1.5? Okay, y'all questionable. Okay, now we're gonna do this other thing one time. Here's what number 3 is. Ellie, you don't use your number 3 yet. How many people think that Sir King is VS? We ain't gonna be trying to capitalize on her name or anything like that, but I'm getting the impression that some people believe that he's covering for that girl who's about to get busted. Remember now, she can't be online. So if he needs to take the heat off of her by confessing, I don't know. How many think that is VS? I haven't seen not 1 3 yet. Not 1 3. Okay, so let's leave her out of it. People said Wolverine. I think Wolverine and him are on the thing at the same time. Now, when Sean Bradley was confessing today, he said that y'all know I'm good with technology. I work in technology, and I guess he's able to disguise his voice so well because Sean Bradley. One of the things that drew me to him first because he's like me. We talks real fast. And I'm trying to figure out, can this child talk that slow, even with the help of this voice coder thing? But then you think, well, if you're in the military and you work in tech, it wouldn't be that big a deal. I mean, they know how to play all those kind of tricks, right? So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused. But I believe people are playing in our face. Now, I ain't got no problem with Sean or Tracy. I fucked with both of them. But to see them sitting there having a civilized conversation about Sean Bradley, I can't help to say it tickles me. It tickles me that he was there. He would be right there in the conversation. If he can control himself like that. Those a voice scrambler or whatever the hell they got, it must be awful powerful, honey. Awful powerful. How y'all doing today? I just had to come from the store again. Every time I go in there, $150. I escaped with $130. I'm trying to think, well, hell, I just went to the store 4 days ago. How can I spend another? It's like when you go in there, you want to make sure you get everything because you don't want to be going all the time, right? There seemed to be, I got in the store real fast today, though. So they seem to be slacking a little bit. But California, I think they're going to give it another week before they even start this process of returning to normal or whatever they call it. It won't be real normal. They said restaurants are going to be a fourth of capacity. That means if the restaurant can hold 100 people, now they can only hold 25 people, right? So I anticipate a lot of lines and stuff. And some people like me, we're not going out there, no matter what they say. Sean says it's some kind of experiment. I guess it would be an experiment if you can go in there and convince people that you're somebody else. You can't clock the voice, I'll tell you that. I'm thinking about maybe I should get me one of them voice scramblers myself and go and become somebody else. Some people said that the voices seem like closer to Wolverine, the way he pronounces his words and so forth. But I still can't catch it. So I don't know what to think about all that. I think I'm gonna have to start talking about YouTubers altogether. Since y'all want to play. Hey, need to know, Nikki. You caught the live. Yeah, that store was a breeze today. I don't think I waited outside not even 10 minutes. But I discovered I used to go in early in the morning, but now in the afternoon is better for some reason. Avatar people to just like okay. So now we have something else to be aware of when we're dealing with all these avatars. You guys could be anybody. We could be talking to our arch enemy just to get info, right? But I always thought that Sean was so volatile that if he started talking to Tracy and she started cutting him up, he wouldn't be able to help himself. But to jump to his own defense. But as he says it's not him. I mean, he says that is Wolverine. I think the whole video was less than I'd never seen a 1 minute live before. I think it was a minute and a half live. Are we doing away with the uploads altogether? I don't care. He says that it's an experiment, so I don't know. You know, they were talking all about his show project. He was right there listening to him and participating in the conversation. So if any new people show up. So I guess with these voice things, I never heard of them, but I heard of it being used in military or something like that, or with private detectives, something like that. But if these things are so good that you can go in there and be a woman, you can go in there and be anybody, then we probably get a lot more of that kind of stuff. Whatever the purpose is. You can go in there and get some good information on your enemies. I know that. Oh, I never saw him. I could swear Sean has been at the same exact Sir King has been on. That's what I'm saying. Sean and I were talking on this, what do you call it thing? Whatever. We were talking, and then Sean stops right in the middle of us talking, and he says, Sir King, get the fuck out of this. Oh, whatever. You know how he talks. So I'm saying, wait a minute. So was there not even a person there? Playing in our face. So I'm not really that familiar with the Sir King person. I know he just kind of showed up. Unfortunately, I'm not in the chats for hours. You know, I'll just breeze through. But people have been very curious about him. So why would Sean just come and just say, I'm Sir King, and then leave? Could it be that people were getting close to figuring out who he was? Because apparently some people were into him. I don't fool that King guy at all. I don't fool with that King guy at all. How long has he been around? A week? 2 weeks? He said it just because I got tired of doing it, so I'm not doing it no more. He could have been that somebody's onto him, or somebody threatening to out him, and he just went to go ahead and expose himself. He got smoked out. Okay, epic hoax. Epic hoax. What's the end game, people? What do you expect, though? Most of these are trolls themselves. Yeah, I imagine some people have pages, and then some of these avatars are actually those same people. I've always thought that. I don't know what the real harm in it is. Unless you want to just go spy on your enemies. But this other guy, he's totally different. I mean, he didn't talk anything like Sean Bradley, because you know he got that heavy accent, and then he talks so fast. So maybe it's something else we got to order off of Amazon. I don't like playing games. I like being myself. I mean, I could have had an avatar and just come in here and, you know, shoot the shit with people, but I like being myself, I think. It's more interesting to me. Bree to go live. Okay, so Bree, she's someone interested in that. Has he been in her lives as well? They say he's been in a lot of lives. So I don't know what was discussed, but the thing is, everything is on video, right? Like I was just looking at a video from, I guess it was about a week ago, 4 or 5 days ago, of Tracy's when I came across that whole interaction. So I guess it's possible if somebody else was getting hot and they can't be on YouTube, whatever, you can come in and save them by taking the blame. People have done that for their children. People have done it for their kids. They, oh no, I did it. I did it. You know, and confessed, and it was because to protect somebody else. It does happen. He had a deadline. He filed. He folded. Okay, he had a deadline for playing that character, and he folded. Hi there, Tree. Beamies. Pajamas. Tree pajamas. Hello. Has he been primarily in Tracy's lives? Because she was friendly with him. They were getting along real good. She was actually defending him. Now, that's an experiment. Can I go be somebody else and we just have a whole different footing? Or has he been showing up all over the place? Right? What did they reveal? They were just talking about him. He was just in the chat. Hey, Troy Allen. Sorry you didn't lose no weight, bro. I've been going for about 15 years. I think I lost 2 pounds. But who knows? Like you said in your video, who knows how big I'd be if I wasn't going. Now it's been a couple of months since I've been to the gym. I don't think the gym is the main thing for weight, though, bro. I really don't. I think it's mostly diet. And eating. I eat it at night, too. I get so hungry right before I go to bed. If you knock out the sugar, you've done something big. What the hell is Black Neck Bree gonna do? Oh, here we go. Does any of your people like each other? God damn. It's hard to have friends on here. Okay, she needs a broomstick. Just ooh, y'all kind of hard on that girl. I mean, this girl Bree. You know, yes, she's a very big girl, but don't y'all think that's kind of cruel to be? I mean, people carrying that kind of weight, they could really be in danger for their lives. So I can't say much because you'll be saying, "Oh, you're on her side. What did she say? You know what she did?" I said, "Oh shit, here we go again." I'm just saying, you know, don't pick on people for things they can't help. You say that you can help it. Oh, just go to the gym. Oh, just go to the gym. Then I just tell you that I've been going to the gym for damn near 15 years and I ain't lost no damn weight. It ain't that easy, honey. You want to talk about the woman, you don't like what she says, talk about what she says. Debate her. Somebody got one leg. I mean, just don't go talk about their leg. Hell, talk about what everything else you have a problem with. That's what I say. I mean, I'm not particularly close to her, but she's never been anything. I've never seen her do anything nasty to me. Anyway, I think it's kind of cruel to be talking about somebody who's got a weight problem like that. You could lose that person. Honey, all of us got big mamas in our families. I'm sure. When I was young, I don't remember nobody being big in our family. But I see how I've been blown up. So I imagine they all got some big asses by now. But you black people, we ain't in no position. We ain't in no position to be talking people fat. Hell, go on through your own family tree. What other things are they doing in the gym? Blatant truth. What activities are you doing? I ain't been to the gym in 2 months. That was the first thing to go. But all I do is cardio now. I was doing the weight machines. I did about 6 machines every day. And I had muscle. I used to have a nice upper thing, but I started taking this medication for cholesterol. And the medication for cholesterol made my muscles hurt so damn bad. I was always in pain. So my doctor recommended that I stop the weights and just do cardio. Cardio is what you actually need. So not that much. Actually, they have a thing on Amazon where you just sit in your chair, any chair, and you just pedal. And that's basically all I'm doing in the gym. But I always thought, well, I'm walking to the gym. I'm getting there. You know, that's exercise. I'm going up the steps from the whatever. The experience of actually getting out of the house, because I don't do a whole lot anyway. Yeah, I'm not that interested in getting a 6-pack or anything like that. So I'm not going to push it. And these that cholesterol medication, you can just stop the cholesterol. There are other ways to treat it. But I said, no, I don't need to be trying to get no muscles. I ain't cruising. I ain't going to get none. What difference does it make? Now, today, when I went to the supermarket, and the supermarket is literally right next door, right? Safeway. I had all these bags I had to carry, right? I guess they ran out of regular bags. So now they just got these really cheap, flimsy little bags. And so she had to give me a whole lot of them. So I was carrying like 9 bags plus a big carton of diet soda on my arm right there, right? And I was barely making it. I said, all I got to go is one right next door. And right now, even now, my arms are numb because I've been exercising them or anything. You know, so I could use a little extra muscle strength. But none of that's going to happen until after we get off this thing anyway. Shay's still standing. Yep, me too. Shay's still standing. We still here. Bless the name of God. Okay, Sean Bradley came out and said he is Sir King. That's what he said. 1.5 minutes. You got it right to the point. Myself, I think that maybe somebody else was getting, somebody else had knowledge of it, or somebody else was getting close to figuring out who he was, and he wanted to get out quick because he came on it and it was just like, I'm tired of it. Somebody said it was a timeline for all that, but sometimes if you play those games too long, people resent you. That's what happened with Miss Mona. They said if she could have told an April Fool's joke, if she would have came out with it an hour later and said it was a joke, she probably would have got away with it. Whatever the situation was. I'm trying to say who was lying, who was right, who was wrong, anything like that. But when I told her, one time I told her a April Fool's Day joke, and I said that one of my books had been picked up and it was going to be on BET or whatever. And people came on and tell me, you better clean that up pretty quick. Tell them, don't leave them like I left it on all day. I forgot all about it. No, you better tell them that was a joke. People gonna lie. Oh, the Wiley Show. What's going on, Wiley Show? You missed your vote. I want to know do you think that this is for Wiley. Do you think Sean Bradley is actually this guy, Sir King? Now, he does always wear crowns, and he does have an obsession with being a king. Or do you believe that he's covering for somebody else, or Sir King is somebody else? I think we can get away with just say one. Do you believe that Sean Bradley is Sir King? I don't know if you've been following the chats or not, but that's the story for tonight. Also, while you're at it, put one more one if you believe this girl is alive. Say Sheree. Sauceray. I know people. I got about 10 different spellings of that girl's name. This is the way she spells it on her page. So now they're saying she's not dead, which will be a wonderful blessing, whatever the situation is. What do you think, Wally? Is Sean Bradley playing in our face? I don't think that. You don't think that what? Okay, so Sir King is somebody else. All right. It could be Sean Bradley trying to force Sir King out by claiming to be him. Nothing will make it matter, right? Okay, we're going to see. We are going to see. Eric Jones says Sean is a liar. He is not Sir King. How do you know what to believe? Sean is lying. Okay. He said it was a social experiment. So I don't know if this has got something to do with Atlanta, or people are trying to, because that's a great way to get information. If you want to go on there, just go on there and pretend that you are ripping apart the person, who you are. That's what was going on in Tracy's live. They were going in on him, and he was right there. Yeah, that's right. I don't remember exact words. Sir King is a dusty old troll. Lord have mercy. She's been playing games on YouTube for a while now. Okay, who is she? She been playing games? Is that Sean Bradley, or is it somebody else? Somebody introduce the idea, listen, if this person is about to get in trouble and somebody knows who that person is, and that person is not supposed to be on here, they can just go and sacrifice themselves and say, no, I am this person, to pull the heat off of that person, you know. I don't know. I know these voices, whatever that voice grammar they got, it is excellent. Surprised they even use those outside of the military, because I cannot make out the voices. Hey, Redbone, Nikki, Miss Motown. Oh, everybody's here. Hi, guys. Sean spoke to Nicole Tyler about it. Okay. Sir King was on Breeze Live. Okay. And FJ, who is that? Whoever is live. And Sean was live also. So Sean Bradley, he said he can operate more than one machine at the same time. He said he is technologically suave. So was he saying that just to cover up for when people start asking questions? Y'all want to play in people's face, you know, they got a right to ask, honey. You know? The clues were right in your face. The clues were right in your face, says Heavy Bear. Heavy Bear, why you got a woman's body? Wait a minute. Heavy Bear, are you a lady? You got a woman with her hands crossed in your thing there. But your name is Heavy Bear. Gay people, they call bears. Those are hairy, big, hairy men. So this is not over yet. Maybe they'll clean it up tonight. It's Friday night. Blatant truth. Tim, don't you remember? Okay. Tim, don't you remember Sean kicked Sir King off the live you were on? Sean stopped. Yeah, that's what I said when I started this thing of Blatant Truth. I was talking to him, and he interrupted what we were saying and got in front of the camera and said, Sir King, get the hell out of here, you motherfucker. Or something to that effect. So was that part of a show? Was that a part of an act? I don't know. I don't know if he got acting chops. But that means he would be setting it up from way back then to throw people off. Were people even paying attention at that time? Plus, he was going off on Tracy when I was talking to him. So, I don't know. Sean decided to go with a 1.5 minute live to say that he is that person. So, I guess he didn't want to talk about it very much. Now, what would be funny, if I were younger, maybe I'd get it from stuff like that. What would be funny if 2 or 3 other people came forward and said, no, I'm Sir King. What was that show? They used to have a TV show like that. And all these people were claimed to be, was it Truth or Consequences? No, something else. I forget the name of the show. It was on for years. People, and 3 or 4 people would say, I'm this person. And you had to guess which person was actually the real person. It could be like that. Now, if a couple of more people come and say, no, I am Sir King, then you have yourself a joust. Y'all know what his job was in the middle. Okay. He had to multitask, do your own research. Yeah, he said that he was in technology and he had to multitask, and he could be more than one place at a time, or present to be at more than one place at a time. So they could turn it into a game. What if somebody else comes on here and says that they are Sir King? Then what happens? Will the real Sir King be able to escape? Let me stop and say this. Okay. VS, I would pray that you are not playing these kind of games with your freedom. Do not play this game. If it is you have anything to do with it, back out. It's not worth your freedom, honey. You want to be banned and put in jail? So let's hope that she's not involved in this. I'm sure she's going crazy trying to figure out how to make some money. She was doing it, pretty much full time. Anybody got any ideas about this young lady? Shasere? Is she alive? Has there been any updates? The last thing I heard that people were saying that she was not dead. She had just pulled away from YouTube. And she was not raising money for a funeral, but for a child's birthday party. How much birthday party does a 2-year-old need? I think you could do that. Everybody's on lockdown, right? So how are you gonna do that? Baby, come down. Come here. Raising each cheering. Raising each cheering. My baby here, those skateboarders. They out today too. More people are coming out. Let me show you this outside my window. How you okay? Over there, see how those skateboarders, bicyclers, dog walkers, they all go right down that path right there, right? So when the dog hears that ball bearing from the skateboarders, he goes into something. Right? But you notice all these people done them got no mask on. Every time I leave here, I got my mask and my gloves on. I'm on my 3rd box of gloves. Hiring you to be relative just posted on Tracy's video that social rate is alive. Okay. Reporting to be a relative. Yeah, that person came into my comments as well. Said she's the first cousin that her cousin was a scammer. And is very much alive. So apparently this person has showed up on Tracy's live as well. It better be a drive-by party. Yeah, I don't know which kind of party you having for 2-year-olds in a government lockdown, or we all supposed to be staying away from each other. I don't know anything about that young lady. I never heard of her, but she had a big following. She had like 40-some thousand people. That's 3 times what I got. She has enemies too. Like they came all through my chat today, telling me how horrible she was. Whatever. Everybody on here got detractors. I hope I don't have any. There's no reason to, but they always attach me to somebody else, and then they mad at me for that. For somebody else, not nothing I've done. If you think Sir King, that means he's not working because Sir King. Oh, look at Nikki. All right. I can't resist Nikki. I got to say this word. Nikki said, if he is Sir King, that means he's not working because Sir King stayed on the lives all day and all night. Nikki, are you saying that when Sean Bradley said, I got to go to work, there's all of a sudden Sir King would show up? Sean Bradley, don't get mad at me, child. You want to introduce all this stuff. You think people ain't going to talk about it? A lot of people are thinking Sean's not working. Right. Let me see. Where you find gloves? A hardware store. My hardware store over here at Ace Hardware, they have not run out of gloves yet. They have run out of sanitizer a couple of times, but they've never run out of gloves. So you can get 100 for $9. So they're about 10 cents a pair. Don't get them at the supermarket has them. I think it's like $3.99 for 1 pair. I guess it's for cleaning and stuff. But the ones that you need, the surgical gloves, if you go to a hardware store, they should have them. At least this one over here, they have stacks and stacks of them. I can't find any dye my hair. Okay. Okay, you just want to dye your hair. You don't need 100 pairs though. But maybe you can use the rest of them. They're only $9 a box. SB works from home. Okay. All right, SB. I ain't got no reason to doubt any of it. I mean, he takes care of his business. Sean was a perfect gentleman to me when I was in Atlanta. He seemed to be a very nice, he even paid for all of my meals. So I ain't picking no fight with him, but he just introduced this mystery here, and we want to play with it for a little bit. I'm trying to figure it out, right? People in general are a lot nicer on in person than they are on this thing. They got all mad at everybody in Atlanta. Everybody, oh, it's all fake. Oh, I can't stand your ass. I even had one of my favorite subscribers today telling me, oh, I didn't know what to think after you went to Atlanta. Why did you go? And you were smiling. Why did you smile? People are not nearly as evil as they are on this thing when they're in person. No matter how you came in, by the time you left, you could be social. I mean, decent to people. Queenie, stop. I work and be in lives all day and night, multitasking. All right, Miss B. Some people work from home, and some people, like my best friend, he got a job where he can be on a line at his job all day. He does he's kind of a concierge kind of thing. That's a pretty good job, actually. And y'all roasted. I've heard that before. Right. By another popular YouTuber. What is this? All roads lead to Baltimore, says Michelle. I don't know, people. I'm too old playing all these games, though. I'm saying you're gonna play, but if you don't even play with nobody's livelihood, nobody's housing, nobody's children. As long as you can keep it on YouTube, that's my big thing. Keep it on YouTube. Get creative on YouTube. Play all you want to, honey. Well, you got to take it off YouTube and do some real damage. That's what gets me all excited. How much do you need for a 2-year-old's birthday? You can't have no whole lot of people in your house. The presents, they only play with them for a couple of hours, then they put them down. My baby got a whole big old basket of toys, right? I keep saying, oh, I'll buy him this. He'll like this. Oh, I'll buy him this. He goes back to the same old nasty toy that I've got him this first week he was out, that I got him. He only likes that. So a bunch of wasted money in there. So every once in a while, he'll pick out something else to start slobbering all over. Shay Whitfield, Facebook. Well, apparently Facebook is where they think they caught this girl up. That she's actually posted something on there. So what game is she playing? If she wants to leave, can't she just announce she's leaving? It doesn't take that long to just make a video. Listen, I need a break from this whole thing. I'm getting pissed off. Just leave. Why all the controversy? I'm hoping she is alive. I mean, it'll be great news. It'd be like, oh, still a call for help, but at least she'll still be alive. Why would, okay, Shell, you're right. Why would a family facing a traumatic death be worried about a 2-year-old's birthday party? Why would they even have the birthday party, particularly on this lockdown? You want to infect all the other babies, bring them all in there? It wouldn't even cross your mind. You wouldn't be thinking of it. You'd be mourning the daughter, I would think, or your child, or your grandchild, or whoever they are. Yeah, there's something real fishy about that story. We went through this whole thing last year about with the brain, and it didn't turn out well at all. So if that woman is alive, she needs to go ahead and say something and let that be it. Ain't nobody holding you here. You can still leave. No matter how. Oh, just like kids, Tim play with 5-year-old toys, no matter how many they buy. Well, some people keeps their my ex-husband, he had his stuffed bear from when he was an infant. So the eyes were all missing off the infant. It was threadbare, and he would not throw that thing away. He would not throw that boo-boo kitty away. Only a true actor could pull this off. Only a true actor. Who are you, Heavy Bear? Are you just a supporter of Sean's? Uh-huh. Yeah, that's some good acting if you can do it, honey. Some people have talents that they never even realized. They can do it. 2 years ago. I love over. Maybe it means I left over 2 years ago. Facebook does nothing but something for people that hate people on. That's kind of mixed up there, kid, but probably a young person. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I left Facebook too. Facebook to me is not very interesting. First of all, you got to do all that typing. And then if you share your videos on Facebook, I might get 2 people saw it, 3 people saw it. You know, they play all these games with who sees your post. You have 5,000 people who are your friends on Facebook, but there only 50 of them see what you post. But if you give them $100, then we can get 150, and on and on and on. I don't like all that. I don't like all the trickeration in it. So I did Facebook for a couple of years, but it's not my thing. So if you friend me on there, don't expect much, people. If I ever finish this book I'm supposed to be working on, then I'll be back on there to promote it. I don't understand the Cash App part. What is the Cash App part? She's trying to get money on Cash App. She probably going to need money. If she's going to walk away from YouTube and this has been a primary source of her income, she probably just needs money. So that's going to be up to her how she handles that, honey. But don't come with no scam. People hate to be ripped off. They'll give you money. Just tell them what you need it for. I'm just a viewer. Okay, Heavy Bear. I just thought you were the prim and proper lady in your thumbnail, but yeah, your name is Heavy Bear. That's confused me. I don't mean no harm. Mr. Zudi. Is it Sudi or Zudi? Okay. Yeah, a lot of people left Facebook. Some people love it. I'm not with all of this reading people's texts and what they ate today and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I haven't really given it. So when I found YouTube, I was just through with the other thing. I said, I just do this. I like this better. Where else we got here? Okay. I deactivated. And you can they still keep your information though, Bondi. You can always start it back up pretty easy. They keep your information. I went off a few times. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much money you can spend in the supermarket, though. So I was just there. Was it 4 days ago? 4 or 5 days ago? It was $150. Now I went in there and it was another $130. I said, well, how in the hell could I have went through that much food in 1 day, in 4 days? Ugh. Keep my ass out of there. It's the snacking is what's driving me nuts. It's probably why I haven't even weighed myself. I'm sure I'm big as a house. Snacking, because all you're doing is sitting around all day, you know? No movement, just sitting around eating all day long. I do get mostly sugar-free stuff, but some stuff they'll say, well, no sugar added, but it already has packed loads of sugar because it's a juice, natural sugars. So a lot of cheating going on. Still, where is that at? I don't know what you guys are saying. Right, Ms. B. Ms. B tired of Facebook too. I guess some people make money on Facebook. I guess they have, if they become celebrities or public figures or some kind of way they do. I know Larry Reid does a lot of that, but I'm just not that interested. Who's that other boy that does that? Andrew Caldwell. He always talking about how much money he makes on Facebook. I don't know if they got to offer you that or how it works exactly. But my experience has been they always wanted me to pay for all this advertising that nobody would see. Sometimes you get pissed off, it leaves a stain. Like when I got my dog and they told me I had to buy this medication. I said, oh, he got a cough. Well, buy this medication. So they give me this medication to put it in his mouth. And you have a syringe to put in his mouth. I never could get one drop in his mouth, first of all. But he still got the same little cough that he does. So after I said, oh, these people ripped me off for $50. Never went back. I done gave hundreds of dollars to these other pet stores. But burn me once. How are the coronavirus cases out there? They live out. I'm in Sacramento, and they seem to be spiking in Sacramento. Okay, Blind Spot says, Mr. Tim, how are the coronavirus cases out there? Are they leveling out? Well, I think we had something like they have so many numbers: New York numbers, state numbers, city numbers, worldwide numbers. So I get confused. But California was one of the first ones to go quarantine, right? And so our numbers were relatively low when you compare it with what New York City's is. I don't know that in San Francisco the numbers have went up very much since we've been locked down. It's because we locked down, right? So unfortunately, Blind Spot, I don't watch a lot of local news, right? I watch cable news, which is doesn't talk too much about the local situations. But I think so far we're doing pretty good, and we have not started opening up yet. I believe Newsom was saying that we're going to start next week, though. So the whole country seems to be going in that direction. I hope they're not. I have a fear. I have a fear. This might be a paranoia. But since these people start saying, I read it yesterday, that in St. Louis, Missouri, all of the coronavirus deaths were Black people, right? All over the country, they've been saying that it affects us more than anybody else. I said, listen, we've already established this administration of prejudice. I hope that's not going to affect the way they're treating this thing because they think it's Black people who are dying. Now, I know that sounds a little paranoid. But if they ever get in their minds that it's just affecting us, heaven help us, honey. They'll throw the doors open on the whole damn thing. They sure did go to Atlanta awful quick. Biggest population of Black people. And at the same time, they're saying Black people are the most affected. I hope I ain't going to sit up in this room and get paranoid and go crazy. If people start thinking that it's not us, it's them, heaven help us. California's got a spike in cases. I hope they're not open this thing up too quick. I mean, I'm frustrated too. I want to get out, but to start this whole thing over again, Does my pup have a heart murmur? Canine cardiovascular issues sometimes cause pups to cough. I don't know. He coughs mostly when we're outside because he pulls. So I tried many harnesses on him, and the one he has on now, come here. He got like a sports bra on, right? Get him up here. See this one? So he got to have all this so it doesn't go around his. I try to avoid his neck, his throat, because what happens is, it's right here. Get your head up. There you leave me alone. See, it comes way down here. Ordinarily, the other thing will be way up here. So the problem with him is when he pulls, it makes him cough. And it makes me look like I'm abusing him or something because he keeps pulling and he keeps coughing. But he don't cough in here. So it's not a cough. It's more of like a light choking kind of thing. But I tried and tried and tried. I got the best thing I can get for him. The best leash I can get for him. So no, I don't think he has a heart murmur or heart problem. It's something in what is it, trachea or something like that. Oh, there's Gamby Carter. Hello, Gamby Carter. He's teasing me because he knows he always watches the local news, weather, and sports, and I don't. I know you watch local news, Gamby Carter. You ain't got to rub it in. It's kind of leveling off here. Yeah, as long as we're on lockdown, everything is boarded up, nothing's open. I need a break from talking about this virus. I feel you. Genuine. Is it genuine? I know the people be talking behind my back say he can't say nobody's name. What's wrong with him? Something wrong with his mind? I heard the underlying condition that most affects the virus is hypertension, weight. Hypertension, weight, and heart disease. High blood pressure, heart disease, and a lot of it is around weight. You know, we get to be big. I am pre-diabetic. That's why I had to stop all the sugar. But since I stopped all the sugar, now they said, well, you're pretty normal. We're not going to call you pre-diabetic at this point. But if I eat sugar again, then I'm pre-diabetic again. So right on the borderline. After you cross over, then it's something you got to manage. So we're hoping we can stay below. I'm sure I picked up at least 4 or 5 pounds. Yeah, it's not because we're black people. It's because we got to stop eating shit. That's what caused a lot of hypertension, a lot of heart disease, a lot of stuff. You know, we got stuff. I go into detail, but we don't have all night. Just know the rates are not due to some sort of gene black people. Right. Okay, I agree with that, Ellie. Eli or Ellie. It says, I go into detail, but we don't have all night. Just know the rates are not due to some sort of gene black people have. Right. That's what I think. I just think it's just the underlying, it's the weight issue. It's the heart things, not because your skin is black. If you are a big white person who is over 65 years old, I'm sure you have the same problem. Right. And the people are elderly people. They're old people, honey. They're not at the treadmill every day. And I'm sure that probably fluctuates depending on where you're at, what area you're testing as well. Gamage Carter, what are you talking about? So what should I sing for Sunday? Want to do a duet with, oh my goodness. You want me to sing publicly? This child crazy. No, I better pass on that one. You want to keep your job, Carter. I love singing in church. You just sing. Nobody hear you, right? Except for maybe sometimes the lady next to you, lady with the big hat next to you. She'll look over. My ears, honey. We got issues. That's right. We got to acknowledge it. We can't ignore it. I just don't want them to start treating the disease differently because they feel like it's them and not us. You know what I mean? Young people say, well, hell, maybe we have to sacrifice a few old people. Whatever. All right. Where we got? Rona is good. Okay. Yeah. We have things. I mean, black people have always struggled with high blood pressure. It's manageable. I have high blood pressure. I take 1 pill a day. It's that manageable. They say that there haven't been any big spikes with HIV people. As long as you're taking the medication and your viral load is undetectable, you're just as susceptible or not susceptible as anyone else. But they're not counting that as a primary underlying condition. But then, of course, I got everything else too, so I'm covered. heart, blood pressure, heart, whatever. I ain't telling you all my business because they always throw it right back on your face. My nerves have been a lot better this week, though, since we made certain adjustments. Came from China, how are we even wrapped up? Wait a minute. But it came from China, which Chinese are tiny little people, right? So, I mean, wherever it's at, it depends on where you're testing it. But they're not big people. They're not known for high blood pressure or the underlying diseases that we have. We don't know what they do have. Mm-hmm. Some people think it came naturally. It seems to be the majority thought from a cross-contamination from an animal, a disease that crossed over from an animal. And then some people believing that it was some kind of thing created in a lab in China. That is the lesser thought, from what I can tell. Like people want to do germ warfare or something like that, got out of control and got out of the lab. That's what some people are saying. It seems like at least CNN, MSNBC are saying that is false. The state of Indiana is, that's my state, Indiana. My whole family's there. I got over 100 relatives in Indiana. Opening up in stages. The governor wants the state of Indiana up and running by the 4th of July. I wish they get off these holidays. By Easter, by the 4th of July. What the hell does a holiday got to do with anything? You got to come off when it's right. And the government gave them guidelines, and none of them are sticking to the guidelines. Up and running. But how much is it going to be running? Because if you're running the business, you have to have employees in that business. You got to make enough money to cover at least your mortgage and your merchandise and your employees. So at 25%, it might not be profitable for you. You probably, if you're only getting 25% occupancy, you're probably operating at a loss. More, okay, Ellie or Eli, you're saying, please understand what the stats are implying. It's impacting everyone, but more Black people are dying in STL. I need to know what STL is. Are that like retirement homes due to racism? Okay, what is STL? What is STL? STL. I don't know. They can say that because you have lesser medical care, but I haven't been to no doctor since the thing started. So it's not that. I can still get sick if I get the virus. If I touch something, has a virus on it. Okay. Holidays equal money. You know, I get perfect health care. I can't complain about that. But still, you get sick, right? Basically, all they're telling you to do is stay home. St. Louis, they said every person who died of corona in St. Louis was Black. Now that is pretty scary. I mean, we're talking about, I think, 11 to 12 people, but still, they're all Black. Which means it could have gotten lost. It could have got loose in a retirement home that had mostly Black people in it, or loose in an environment where the mostly Black people were. If it invaded a retirement home where mostly white people, I don't think that they would be any more protected. I think he meant ATL. Okay, Atlanta. Oh, ATL. I won't be coming back unless it's clear. Coast is clear. St. Louis. Tommy Sotomayor, what's he doing over there? Oh, he's trying to find out about this girl. He's apparently very involved in this girl who might have killed herself. Apparently, they were going at it. Ease the conscience, you might say. All right, people, wait an hour. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because people in hospital not testing them. Right. Yeah, if you walk around with this virus and you're not sick, but you're infecting other people, you know, that's how HIV became an epidemic. People were passing it around. They didn't know they had it. So they weren't sick, you know. Some people got to be careful in the hospital because that's where a lot of sick people are. So unless I'm very, very ill, when I'm concerned about my you know, ending up in ICU, I ain't going to no hospitals. Nope. That's why I have chest pains. That's why I say I have chest pain. They will test me while I'm getting a stress test. Oh, they'll test you? Okay. Miss B says, that's why I say I have chest pains. They will test me while I'm getting a stress test. Okay. That sounds like my mama. When I had kidney stones when I was 17, 18 years old. And she said, when we get to the emergency room, as soon as we walk through the door, fall out. Yeah, otherwise we'll be here for hours. I took her instruction. She said, don't say, say, like you're dying. It worked. Coronavirus party in Chicago. Lord, I don't think I want to see that. There's some of these kids, they still having parties and drinking. You know that when you're drinking, you're touching, especially teenagers. God bless them. At least they're young. But unfortunately, even though they are young, they can still bring that back to their family's house. You can still bring that back to where their grandparents are, their parents are, you know. Yeah, it's heartbreaking stuff some of these kids do. Stable Winters. Okay, she says she got a clip here. I guess you guys can click on it. And I'll copy and paste it to tell you all about the corruption, Dr. Fauci and corruption. Okay. All right, people. It's good talking to you. Stay safe. Glad we're all here. I don't hear anybody saying they got it. So far we're doing good, right? Y'all follow this this mystery. the King King, whatever his name is, I don't got the damn name. King King boy. Who is it?